All right, all right, all right, all right, all right. Let's see here. Hello, everybody. It is Friday, and it is time for tyranny. So, the last time we did this, we went into Sentinel. It wasn't Sentinel Stand. No, it was. I can't remember actually. Let's close that. Let's close that. Oh yes. Okay. So basically, nearly destroyed Lethian's crossing, and we snuck into this area here. We went in. We killed the crazy guy, and now we have this nasty havoc here. We fought a havoc before in one of the other old walls, but I didn't necessarily like fighting it. So we have a darn it. Probably be coughing here for a little bit. Always happens. Anyway, so here we are. We are back in this place. Zedenia's up there. Got her name right. Struggling with it last time. But I believe we have to remove... We have to defeat this havoc, and then we'll be able to get out of here. Now, my key items here. Sage Scroll Fragment. Okay, so 4 torch key sigils are drawn on the scroll fragment in a compass-like pattern. So in case we're gonna... nope, we're not gonna do that. Hang on. Okay, so now we need to look at each of these to unlock and get this guy out. Okay, so we've got... Diamond. Okay, so it's going to be Amethyst on top. Hang on a second. In a compass-like pattern. Problem is I'm not on a compass. I'm... Oh, no, I am. Never mind. Okay, so Amethyst is actually here. We're going to do this with one person, and have everybody else kind of ready to go. Okay, so Barrick, you're going to be there. Move Ebb here. We're going to keep you here. Just grab my character. We're going to go handle this. So.
Curious.
Oh, and I found a secret something. Ooh, blackened iron choker. Cursed. Turn. Oh, okay. Shrieking Titan its own accord. Blood chanters have been known to don such accessories to satisfy some perverse delight. Yeah, I can see that. So it gives you 10% extra damage, but you lose 1% of your health while the health is above 35% every 3 seconds. Yikes. Okay, well. I'm going to go ahead and just put that in there, but I'm not going to wear that thing. Absolutely crazy. Okay. So to unlock this mad thing, let's see what we've got. Okay, now I need to go back in here and look at that. Okay, so we're going to look for that one. That's the row. Okay, that got us out, but it's not unlocked us.
I got it.
Okay, back in here. Okay, and we're working for that one. There's the Emir. Oh, it's free! I thought I had to do all 4. Never mind then. Okay, we're jumping right in. We're getting rid. We're gonna go fighting this thing. All right. Let's see. Boom. Boom. Okay, want everybody focused on that. Get my character in there. We need to.
Are you afraid of...
Actually, I want to see what this does. Is it a once per rest kind of weapon, or is it actually a cooldown 1 per rest? Okay, so it is a big fight thing. Let's hold off on it for a second here. We will do that move though.
Death! I got it.
A lot of bad guys though. Kind of want to. I also want to kind of use this.
New techs. Learn something every day.
Oh, that was cool. Okay, that was worth it.
On it. Right. Will do.
Okay, we killed the thing. Whew. Sweet. Sorry about that. Somebody, I got into a new stream group on Discord yesterday, and somebody asked, I asked a question. People have been giving me answers for the last, like, 20 minutes, so I want to take a look at that. Hi, guys!
I got it.
Bronze Bulwark. Okay, so it's got impenetrable on it. Well, health is below 52. Okay, that's decent. Oh, and what was the... And then, yeah, was that a... Infirmary special... Greater healing potion could be created by access to the Spire Infirmary. Okay. Okay, so everyone's free. We just need to go get... Need to go and get off this thing, because the platform is... It's currently blocked. Let's see here. It's the key items. Last one is... Okay, it's got the sideways Y on it. Okay, there we go. Fantastic.
On it.
Let's get up here. Let's go get Zedenia. Zenia, master of the forge. She rubs the lump on her head. Diabolical ass. He knew he was no match for me on his own. Thank you. You have my gratitude to the forge bound. Of course, Master Zenia. But I have come on behalf of Ashgrave. He wants to meet you. As you wish, Fatebinder. You helped me, so I will help you. I will meet with Graven Ash. It will be an honor to speak with him directly after working for him for so long. We already provide weapons and armor for his men. I can't imagine what else he needs of me. She bows and salutes to you. You have shown me to be an honorable and trustworthy leader. May the fires of your forge never cool. Alright.
bet I could crack that open.
Ooh! It is a two-handed. It's called Tempest. It's an artifact ability called Stormwheel. Exquisite. Sweet. Conjure storm clouds overhead, bombarding the area with lightning. Bolts of lightning damage foes in an area around the strike. Damage scales with Tempest Renown. I think I've got two artifact weapons on a character. Well, I can't be... So I can do either storm clouds or sun. I need to... So, interesting. Interesting. So let me see here. So I want to go to weapons. Give me one moment here. I need to crack a window. Keep forgetting how warm this room can get. This computer here. Oh, I need to kind of cool down a little bit. I'll try not to do it in too noisy. Get distracted with it. Alright. I also leveled up, so what have we got here? So we need to do spell cooldown. Let's upgrade that, and I'll be fine. Now, in terms of what we can add here... I did like the second wind thing. I'd like to have that as a backup. That, and then we've also gotten, so it looks like we got the Mighty Blows as a passive for the Bronze Brotherhood. The Forge Bound, we've now gotten Emerald Shield. Sweet. So we have a few artifacts here. So I currently am using the Sun Lance, which I got earlier. Gets me Sun's Rage. But I can also use Tempest. Yeah, how's it compared to Sun Lance? So I'm going to gain more DPS. I lose recovery and a touch of range. I get armor penetration, but lose accuracy. Ugh. Now it has charged. What is charged? On weapon crit, you do shock damage. Ooh, okay. Do I have anything? What do I have on Sundance? Radiant will give me vitality, and yeah, that's the thing, is that Radiant will make it so that I get a lot more. Well, that's fire damage taken, 40% fire damage taken, so it's a 40% reduction on fire damage, which makes more sense. I thought I made it so then you actually took more damage from that. Maybe we can swap back and forth between them. Nothing says I couldn't, so. I think we'll do that. And then we actually have more of this area to explore. So I can't go back through there, but I didn't need to go back through there. Oh, this is the main entrance. Okay. I briefly was here. So we got goodies I can take. Another Iron War Mace. That works. Let's go this way. Because I should be able to unlock the Spire while I'm here, too. Ah, here we are. Here's the Spire.
If I had a copper ring for every glyph I've sketched today.
Okay, and then there is one over here, so let's go ahead and grab that. Take a charcoal rubbing. Clear representation of the carved rune. So, For those who haven't watched me do this yet, the spires are basically my home base, but they're spread out between different things. I think of it kind of like Skyrim's houses. You can get a house in every city, basically. This is kind of what they are, and then you can do customization on them. So you can actually put different facilities on there, but it allows for immediate teleport. So I've unlocked 2 of them right now. This is the 3rd one. Okay, so it looks like a circle with 2 triangles overlapping. Okay, so I need to grab... So this is just unlocking... This is just doing the spire itself.
On it.
Step on that. There we go. Okay, click on that. Click on that. That. To that. And then we're touching the triangles. Touching the triangle points. That. Touch this one to this one. This one to that one. This one to that one. And we can warp ourselves. Fantastic. Top of the spire. So the main one we have is at Vendrian's Well, the first spire. This is the 3rd one. And oddly enough, the braziers here are lit. Remember the other ones that got lit or not. So we're here again. And now familiar light of the spire courses skyward, trailing off towards the horizon in the direction of Vendrian's Well. You feel the ground beneath you fall away as you give the warmth to the energy surrounding you. The sunset spire in Lethian's Crossing feels burdened by its age, as if a central linchpin somewhere in its core has weathered the centuries of oppressive weight and longs to topple. A surge of energy that courses through you, forming a link with Vendrian's Well, strengthens the very stones beneath your feet. The structural weakness you detected vanishes, replaced by confidence you can keep this tower standing for millennia. See there, due south to Arden, where I was born. Then over to the right is that where you see the Academy of Tides used to stand. Oh! And you can see that little island off of Barrison Chains. That's where Hagravar would take me to practice our more dangerous spells. My childhood is seen from above. This is surreal. Tell me where you're writing. Tell me where you're writing from. Landry speaks aloud as he pens a missive, and how to reach you, and I will send you an iron ring for your troubles. He signs his name with a flourish, tosses the parchment into the wind. Blink of an eye, the heavy currents carry the slip of parchment eastward. How does the idea of a message in a bottle without the bottle? Maybe it'll work? From here, even the old walls seem paltry. This sovereign view is not intended for the likes of us. Beric shakes his head slowly. So, we are now back to another spire. It looks like we have 5 spires in total. So, the Mountain Spire is Vendrian's Well. We have the Ocean Spire, which is in the Blade Grave. And we have the Sunset Spire, which is in... So here's the spires that we have. So we have one here, and one here. No. So we have... So, we started here with an edict, which was the... I can't remember what it was called. All the edicts actually have a specific name. I need to look them up now. The Blade Grave is where this is, and that's where the Edict of Storms was. That's how Beric got fused to his armor. That's how we had to deal with tackling the Stalwart, all that jazz. Sunset has been the Bronze Brotherhood and the Forge Bound. All this interesting stuff. So, I'm curious. So these have lit up every time I've come up here, but I'm not sure what they do. These 4 paths. 1, 2, 3, 4. Each time I've unlocked a spire, they've done something, so I'm not sure. Hello, Wook! Please, come in! I just started about 20 minutes ago. We are playing Tyranny, if you've ever heard of it. Let me see here. So I did that. But I still need to actually do some stuff inside the Runic Halls. So let's go ahead and jump back down. We're going to go ahead and swap our formation around for our defensive. Continue on. Ah, okay. That's what that was. Now, let me see. Unknown origin coming from the depths of this pit. Yeah, the old wall is just creepy. I guess the equivalent would be... When was the last time I did something kind of like this? I guess it would be, a lot like the tombs in Skyrim. It's kind of what they feel like. I know that's not the best amalgamation of experience, but yeah, that's kind of what it feels like. Okay, so we're gonna go back and we're gonna see if we can actually get more, because there were rooms in here that I couldn't access. I'm gonna see if I can try and figure out how to get into them. And then I might want to run back to Vendrian's Well, because there were a couple rooms that I couldn't... I can't remember if it was the Ocean Spire or if it was Vendrian's Well, but they were rooms that I couldn't actually access. I didn't have the proper torch keys. But now I have 3 more torch keys, so I'm curious if I'll be able to activate them. Okay, so what room could I not get into? This one. I couldn't get into this one here. I now have...
Send them at me in waves!
Here they come. Alright. Hey, get off. Get off him. Come on.
I'm fine. Just fine. I don't need that fix my iron.
You are not fine, Landry. Come on.
Anyone else want some of this?
Wait, I did that? Nice! I got it.
More gruesome than I was expecting.
Won't take the Yammoth. We'll take the Emir, but it won't... Okay, so if I click on that one, that should open that door. Yes, there we go.
Will do. Interesting.
Something here. And then we want Lantry, I think. Because Lantry needs to read the sigils. Stained for unknown.
It's a tough job being so remarkable all the time.
Awesome. Ebb. Wonderful. You've got it up. You've got another level here. Let's see. Yeah, probably put into the spell ability stuff. You are a mage by default, so. Now, what spell do I throw at you now? Frighten. Do you want that? Actually would be really smart. If her presence frightens Bane. Frightened Affliction. So I can. So now it will be a point of, if I fight Bane, they'll be triggered by Frightened, and I won't have to fight them quite as crazily as before. So, no, that's a smart and very viable choice there. Let's see. Almost looks like there's a secondary room down there, but that's not the case. There's nothing there for me to go to. But there is something. That's the Brotherhood camp. I guess that's everything in here, right? No, there was steps over here. Yeah. Let's go back down this way. Because there was basically 3 big rooms. There's the room to get into the spire itself. There was the Brotherhood entrance. And then there was an in-between, because the way out of the spire led into Lethian's Crossing, so. Do I have to go out this way? Oh, okay. Oh, that's right, yeah. Because this is where the Brotherhood was hiding for the most part. Okay, let's take a look at this. Okay, so there's can't do anything there. That's right, I couldn't trigger these stairs. So you need to run all the way back to here by the look of it. And maybe I can put the Amir one in. Because that was the last one that I got. And that'll trigger something. That'll trigger those stairs, probably. I guess another thing that makes it look like this is, the last time I played Torchlight, going into the catacombs. That was a long time ago. I never beat that game, so... I don't know. I've never been much for... I have played some Diablo-likes. I never really got into them. But I also realized that I've gotten far more interested in, like, proper, like, full action games, rather than the old RPG styles. So...
Will do.
Not that I won't try CRPGs, but they're not the kind of games I normally gravitate to.
Sorry, I can't.
Yes, you can. Walk over there. Silly thing. And there's our stairs. All right. I do like that animation, though. I love it. Okay, so we got some nasties there. As soon as I touch this... Yep, there they go.
Will do.
See that? I'm not entirely useless.
Sorry, I can't. I got it.
Let's see, 5.
Are you afraid of death?
Oh, I got frightened. Whoops.
You are finished.
Did I get frightened, or did Ed give them frightened?
On it. I got it. It's a hit.
Okay. Golden Rune. Sigil of Strength 4. Just an iron sword. Body seems to belong to a poorly disguised horde member.
Ah, got it.
When they talk about horde members, I think they mean the Scarlet Chorus. I think that's who they're actually referring to. What was in this room? Was it another campfire? Was it another fire thing?
Might we not simply break it?
No! Ooh, Bane Touched Gauntlets. Okay, so Sigil of Terratus. Control Gravelight. Oh! So this is actually going to be very much for her. Gave me some armor. Was recovered as deflection, but I get unarmed DPS. I don't know. We'll go ahead and put that in my inventory. Going to hear in this accent. Okay, so I think we got everything here. We'll go back to here. Okay, so I need to go talk to Akalos and speak to Lahara. Okay. So, what we'll probably want to do, I think, we want to run back through to here. Because this is where I entered through the Brotherhood location. I don't need to go back through there. So the reason why I'm running through here is because if I leave through the Brotherhood area, that is a different zone than Lethian's Crossing, and it actually would take me time to run back. But if I do it now, I'll show up right at Lethian's Crossing. I don't have to travel through the world map. Yep, and I just walk right out here to Lethian's Crossing. There we go. It's been a little bit of a long week, but got some good news. Job I applied to finally responded to me and got an interview on Monday. So, unfortunately, it's exactly during a time when my stream happens, so I will have to do a delayed stream on Monday. And if I end up getting the job, no guarantees, then the stream's time will have to change to later in the evening. So, I'm hoping that won't be too bad. I can't imagine it being that bad, though. Oh. Wait, Binder, it's good to see you alive. With all the commotion coming from inside Old Walls, Eldian was beginning to worry about you. He sent me to find you so you could return to Lethian's Crossing. He tried to convince some of his favorite soldiers to go inside the Old Walls to help, but they all refused. It appears as though their help wasn't needed. The challenge from the Old Walls could never keep you from protecting Lethian's Crossing. We are grateful for your protection. He bows deeply and then runs off. Alright, so. I think Akalis was down here. There's Gino. So Gino was a food was a food thief that the disfavored wanted, but I ended up proving that he was innocent. He had only found them killing Scarlet Horse, who are kind of our enemy at the moment. So I basically told him, like, drop the charges. There's nothing to go on about this. No, Tarquin, my disgrace far exceeds yours. I ran into battle and left everyone to die. Oh, okay. You know nothing, Livia. Instead of running, I hid behind Faust as he was being impaled, then let his body fall on top of me and used it as camouflage so the enemy would think I was dead. At least by fleeing, you left yourself open for an honorable battlefield death. I pitched Nona at 2 Brotherhood members, hoping it would cause a distraction to help assure my escape. She was dead because of my cowardice, Tarquin. My shame goes far deeper than yours ever could. Oh, okay, so we're dealing with 2 people who feel disgraced. Okay. Pathfinder, your arrival is perfect time. We need you to adjudicate for us. Yeah, settle this dispute for us. What is the matter at hand? During the recent Brotherhood raid in Lethian's Crossing, both Tarquin and I caused disgrace to come to this favored, and we don't know whose acts brought more shame. Yes, Fatebinder, we must pay for our failures, and we need you. Help us determine which of us inflicted more pain on our brothers and sisters so that that person can try to redeem himself or herself. I'm confused. One of you wants to be held accountable for what went wrong during the raid? And you can have all kinds of things. Alright. I'm confused. One of you wants to be held responsible for what went wrong during the raid? We felt the dishonor, and both of us must be held responsible for what we did, but one of us caused more disgrace to come to Ash through our behavior. That one must suffer the full brunt of reprisal. You must help us decide who. This is odd, but okay. If you bring me this, you must abide by my decision. Do you both agree? I eagerly agree. We must atone for the wrongs we have done. We will both abide by your decision, Fatebinder, else we would have not asked for your help. Why is your disgrace greater than Tarquin's? Between us, I have caused more disappointment with my behavior. Clearly, my failure should result in a much harsher punishment. Not only did I fail to maintain order, I fled the battle when I realized the danger. I thought of myself before my brethren. For that, I should be censored. Tarquin, why do you think you have more reason to atone? Olivia says she failed Levy's custom. It's clear my failures are worse than hers. My cowardice results in the death of my fellow soldiers, and now I live with that guilt. I must be made to pay for not living up to what is expected of me. Tarquin says he caused the deaths of fellow disfavored. How are your actions worse than his? In my desire to escape unharmed, I tripped another soldier so he could cause distraction and ensure I could put enough distance between me and the Brotherhood while they finished him off. In my horrible state of self-preservation, I caused the death of a friend. This is on top of pushing Nona into another group Brotherhood so she could delay them as I ran. My disgrace is clearly the worst. Livy says her cowardice is worse than your thoughtlessness. Why should you bear the guilt for both of your actions? She knows nothing about the depth of my shame. Arrows were flying about me, and I hid behind an elderly townsman, shielding myself with her frail body. Ooh, yikes. That is no disgrace compared to my actions. I picked up a young child as I ran, holding him in front of me in the hopes that he would take the brunt of any blow that befell me. Yikes, you two cowards! Only a child, I assaulted a woman and took her clothing, pretending to be a townsperson, so I could escape town without having to fight. I stole a baby from my mother's wailing arms and pretended he was my own, hoping it would get me out of safety. Stopped and it seemed like a fight was inevitable. I threw the baby at my foe and ran. Enough. Stop this ridiculous one-upping. No resolution will come from constant fighting. Please, sorry, Footbonder. I hope my outburst didn't foul your opinion of me. I will stop, though clearly this proves I need to repent for far more than Tarquin. Punish me, not Livia. Tim, it should be me. You keep saying that, but it's not the case. Do not decide in her favor. My failings caused the most deaths, not hers. Sorry, I feel so sorry for your commanding officer. I kind of want to say I kind of want to be a little snarky on this. I probably not. Enough. Do you want to hear my ruling or not? Yes, Fatebinder. It's very important to me. I promise to behave. Please, Fatebinder, tell us your decision. You both, together, brought true shame to this favor with your pointless argument. Both of you will pay the price for it. While I would prefer to experience the full glory of penitence myself, at least I know I will be shared with a worthy ally. You do your position proud, Fatebinder. He salutes you. Thank you, Fatebinder. We gave our word to accept your ruling, and we shall. We are done here. Pete's sakes. I was happy to kind of toss them both at that. Now, where is Akalis? Because I had to give it to, because I had to talk to him. Talk to Vintara. Maybe she's doesn't have anything. Okay. Is Akalis down here? Not sure if he is or not. Oh. Time to go looking around by the. Fatebinder, I need your help. It's terrible. Her voice breaks. Hands across her eyes. Oh, Dea, she was. Uh-oh. Oh, Phaedra. My wife is dead. She puts her head in her hands and sobs. Poor Phaedra. She Pulls her hands away, a fierce passion in her eyes. She was slain by the Bronze Brotherhood. This cannot be allowed to stand. I demand a Fatebinder's justice. Lost a loved one? Join the queue. Sorry for your loss, but people are killed in there. Did you lose your mother to war? Maybe watch your father forced to dig his own grave? Spits at you, her face is raised in phallic gestures. Heartless cad, you march south carrying Cars' banners, telling us it's for our own good, and yet you cannot protect us from common sellswords. Have you taken this matter to the garrison? As if they care. They assured me that the mercenaries would be dealt with, but that's not enough. I saw the killer, not the very man who killed my Phaedra. I can find your killer, but how do you know it's the Brotherhood? The necklace! Her hands moved to her neck, tracing bare skin. She was wearing the necklace I gave her when he... It was a younger man, her voice trembling. Sandro. She whispered the name in a lower tone. He struck her dead and took the necklace. I was paralyzed. I froze and just watched. Her eyes well up as more tears overtake her. Bearing false witness would lead to even more murder. Are you sure it was Sandro and not just some other Brotherhood mercenary? Of course I'm sure. I would recognize Sandro anywhere. The angry tone in her voice rises. He and Phaedra were friends once. They had a falling out years ago over some trivial matter. He must still be angry about it. I think he took the necklace as a token. You know how these mercenary thugs get. Didn't seem very happy to have her around yesterday. You seem to know my feelings just because I don't fawn over her? I don't love her? Because I don't smile and swoon when she speaks, I am unhappy? How dare you! I'll be back after I find Sandro. Kill Sandro, please bring back the necklace. The thought of those thugs pawning it. Rests her head in her hands and sobs. Can't let him get away with this. Brotherhood hideout is somewhere in Twin Rivers. Kill him and give me some peace. Well, still trying to find where Akalis is. I think that is, yep, more of that stuff there. It's not this house, right? Maybe Akalis was in one of the houses, one of the residences. Nope. On this one, at least. Oh, Akalis is an Iron Hearth. Ah, stupid me. Alright. Okay, I'm gonna go to Twin Rivers now. Pardon for the noise. This is a plastic packaging that I'm trying to open up. And there we go. Now it's open. Twin Rivers. 6 hours, so I'll get there in the morning. Good. Okay, well, I've kind of covered the area, so I wonder where he is now.
Can't do that. Sorry, I can't. Sorry, I can't.
Silly game, just walk next approximation. Alright, toward the river. It's hiding somewhere in the Twin Rivers. Okay, so just need to scour the map, I guess. Now, there was this little place up here. Maybe that's where he spawns. Yep, there he is. Sandro. Stay back, I'm armed. Clad in the piecemeal leathers, the sweaty man sizes you up slightly as you reach your features. Leave me be, please. I'm sick and wish to be left alone. I don't wish to speak to anyone right now. You seem nervous, not ill. Indeed I am. I can't stomach it anymore. I thought I'd get used to seeing people die, but the Brotherhood and their raids, there's just no end in sight. Kicks at the soil, his hands idly playing with his necklace, as his feet shuffles anxiously. I just want to be away from people, the folk of the crossing right now. Seems oddly dressed for a Brotherhood mercenary. This is what he's wearing. Well, I'm not actually a Brotherhood soldier. He stops for a moment, gauging your reaction. The only way I could see to get out of the Leatherman's crossing alive. Dea was trying to find me. I was best disguise myself as a Brotherhood sellsword and follow them. Found his dead brother and donned some of his armor. Didn't really have time to figure out how to put it all on, but it worked well enough to get me out here. I know you killed Dea's wife. What? You must be joking. I would never. His mouth moves, but no words form as he says, it's a lie. His eyes turn many directions he could run. Tell me your side of the story. If you're innocent, you have nothing to fear. The moment he seems as though he's going to follow through and try to get past you. With a cry, he sinks to his knees. Please! I didn't do anything! You kind of struck me down if I'm lying. He trembles piteously. I didn't kill Phaedra. She did. It was Dea. You saw Phaedra die? Won't be forgetting it no matter how hard I try. Wipes it. His eye, his body shaking. It was Dea. I watched her kill her own wife. Took several long breaths, doubling over in panic. It was during her last raid, when the brigands attacked. Why would Dea kill her own wife? How should I know? Dea was never very happy with her, and she wasn't happy. Phaedra and I were friends. Phaedra never should have married her. I told Phaedra it was a bad idea, but she wouldn't listen. Now she's dead. If you and Phaedra were friends, why would Dea frame you? Because I told Phaedra not to marry Dea. She was always hated me for that. Phaedra and I have been friends since childhood. We promised to always be honest with each other, even if when it hurt. When Phaedra left to live in the Bastard City, I stayed in Lethian's Crossing to keep an eye on things for her. Then Phaedra told me she'd fallen in love. I was initially happy for her, but when she told me Dea back to Lethian's Crossing to meet me, I could see right away that Dea wasn't interested in Phaedra's side from what Phaedra could offer her. If you're lying by omission, I'll personally toss you into the dungeons at Bastard City. Alarm Phaedra throws his arms off to stave you off. Please, have mercy. You see, Phaedra, well, she was Lethian's granddaughter. Lethian only known female heir. She inherited the land that Lethian's Crossing sits on, but she didn't like to make a fuss about it. She just did what she needed to ensure the future of the town and left it at that. Not nervously was her. Dea, on the other hand, wanted more. I think she taxed the merchants till near their breaking point if she was able. I'm sure that's what Dea wanted. Dea was always pushing Phaedra to increase the number of rings they collected from the merchants. Fortunately, Phaedra wouldn't have it. She left Lethian's Crossing and refused to manipulate its people for her own gain. Why should I believe any of this? The soldier slumped down and a defeated look across his face. I don't have any proof. All you can do is trust that, as a fate binder, you know what I'm saying is true. Why are you wearing Phaedra's necklace? This? Touched a simple turquoise medallion around his neck. It's mine. Phaedra bought it from me in Arden 10 years ago. Sandra looks about. Did Dea tell you this was Phaedra's necklace? It's absurd. The necklace is a symbol of the friendship Phaedra and I had. Give me the necklace. I wish to fool Dea. She lies about me, so now I should lose my necklace, the one that Phaedra gave me? And runs it between his fingers for a long while. Fine, take it. If it brings Dea to justice, then it's worth the price. I hope I can give it back to him. A very classic RPG classic RPG trope of having somebody come to you with a story. You find the person and they've got a different story. And it usually, and a large majority of the time, I've found, it's actually the second person who's true and the other person is falsifying stuff. Alongside the road ahead, you espy a cart. The vehicle's abandoned, with one wheel broken free of its axle. Several crates and sacks remain piled on the small one, while a pair of boxes rest in the grass beside it. Approach the cart. As you approach, you see the cart boasts 4 wheels, or did before the loss of the back left one, and a long leather tack and harness for a beastman hauler. One of the crates that fell to the ground broke open along its edge. Fruits have spilled out onto the ground. On the cart, you immediately notice the sundered hauler harness, likely the result of a bladed weapon. Broken wheel 2 appears less the consequence of an accident than human endeavor. The spattering of dark dried blood across the boards cinches your suspicion that this cart came under attack, yet the goods remain. Prepare for attack. Draw your weapon and enter a defensive crouch. Turning towards the tree line in expectation of an ambush. Surely enough, you make out flickers of movement through the brush. Ambush the ambushers. Leaving the cart behind, you crash into the onboard, driving yourself to the cheersman, battered letters, and mismatched bronze. You mistakenly believed that you get who mistakenly believed that they could get the drop on you. So, got through that, okay.
This'll be fun.
Right.
Take me if you can.
Take that!
Queen!
On it. Right.
I'm enjoying this a little too much.
Take that!
On your knees, worm.
Death Blade Helm. So. Okay. Settle my blood debt. It trembles, her body weary from sobbing. Ooh, okay. Killer has been eliminated. Here's the necklace. You were avenged. Her eyes clasp over the hold the trinket for silence, though she takes a deep breath and looks at you with a smile. And you almost got away with it. Away with what? What do you mean? Trust me, I couldn't. She flushed a stoic in a blink of an eye. She folds her arms before you and smiles. Oh, mount me sideways. I thought I had gotten away with it. She looked at you in the feet. Can't blame me for trying, though. A slight smile across her face. You know, Fatebinder, when Phaedra gone, I have inherited everything she owned. Perhaps there's something I could offer you that could leave this be? First, I have a few questions. Really? What do you want to know? Why hail a Fatebinder when you were the one who murdered your own wife? Thought that would have been obvious. If I were the one you flagged down, you'd be less likely to suspect I was the one who killed her. I was hoping you'd just take my word for it, kill Sandra for me, but apparently you didn't have a mind to keep his mouth shut. Why'd you kill Phaedra? Living with Phaedra was insufferable. Always so happy and smiling like nothing bad ever happened to her in her entire life. It drove me crazy. I was happy with her at first, but over time it wore me down and I couldn't take it anymore. Sandra gave me a rather interesting and different version of events. You're a persistent one, aren't you? Fine, as you probably will know, Phaedra was the granddaughter of Lethian, which means she essentially owned Lethian's Crossing. Every month she would collect from the merchants and use the rings to maintain the market areas for their use. She only ever collected enough to cover the needs of the marketplace. She never considered that we could use those rings too. I told her to raise her rates so the merchants could afford it, but she refused. Those filthy merchants all live better than I do. Aegon, you've inherited a crossing and can charge whatever you'd like. Her chin finally. Now that I own this town, I can charge whatever I want. I can finally have the life I deserve. The only thing stands is that worm, Sandro. Let me ask you something else. Why was the necklace so important to you? It's not really. I just wanted it as proof that Sandra was dead. I was going to keep it around as a trophy. It's a reminder that in the end, I won. Heard enough. You disgust me. That's unfortunate. She slides her hand up to your ear, pulling from her hair a long, slender pin. Brandishing the makeshift weapon, she throws her stuff at you.
Toop. On it.
Fall before me!
Okay, well, I'm going to go quickly take a look and see if I can give the necklace back to him. I'm glad I went with my gut instinct. The devs clearly tried to make it far more compelling that she was crying and sobbing and everything. But I'm back over here. Oh, come on, run over here. Eat sakes. you solved my problem now? Am I safe to return? Day is dead. You are free to return to Lethian's Cross if you choose. Oh, thank you. This is wonderful. Wonderful news. I didn't know what I was going to do otherwise. Okay.
Can't do that.
Okay. We're going to go back to Lethian's Crossing. And I'm hoping that Sandra was there. I still would like to give him the necklace. Yeah, possible. I don't know if that's going to be available to me, but... God, my nose is itchy today. Now, did I have to do anything else here? We'll go talk to the forge. Yeah, okay. Greetings, Fatebinder. I understand that you helped us when the Brotherhood attacked. Now that things have calmed down, I was hoping if you could help me. Mr. Chakalia disappeared when the Brotherhood showed up, and I haven't seen her since. I think the idea that Lethian's Crossing will be better in the hands of the Bronze Brotherhood. I tried to persuade her otherwise, but she won't listen. Knowing her, she probably went looking for a way to join the Brotherhood as soon as they arrived. People were saying they were headed towards the standard march. They ran off. Would you look for her? I have no means of doing it myself. I'm not a fighter, and I have no skills in confrontation. Of course. I'll see what I can do. This means world me. I'm sick with worry. This was the room for the forge. You have returned. Lahara turns to face you, her body covered head to toe in charred hues. Chest rising and falling under the strain of labored breathing. There's always more demand for iron than there is time in the day. She removes a set of heavy canvas gloves and balls her fists, the joints of her fingers cracking in unison. How can I be of assistance? I found Apprentice Garrick. I've already spoken to him. The young weasel thought he could find rare metals in the gold walls, did he? I'm more impressed that he returned with his life than anything he might have found. Thanks for your hard work, Fatebinder. You deserve a reward, at least. Eldon's mentioned you might need some help. Yes, actually. That goat bonker. Radamon might really made a mess of the settlement. Not only did he capture the head of our order, but he also killed several of my forge hands. Master headed fists into a nearby table, launching several metalworking tools into the air. As much as I'd love to personally track down the bastard, I'm duty-bound to stay and fulfill commitments to the army. I was going to send some of my own folk to tackle a few problems, but now we're barely enough hands to keep these fires stoked. If you got the time, I could really use your help with the missing shipment. Tell me about the missing shipment. Our last iron delivery was light. The Bronze Brotherhood had been attacking forge-bound caravans for years, and even though the ore is useless to them, they attack our porters just to spite us. Her face takes on a sour expression. Probably shouldn't mention this, but if you're going to be helping me, you deserve to know everything. There's some very important wagons being sent back to us hidden in that shipment. We need to repair them and get them back to the hands of the soldiers. My hunch is that killing our porters and taking their rations was enough. They'd have no cause to lug a bunch of rocks back to their camp, and I don't think they knew the weapons were there. At least I hope they didn't. She scratches her jaw, thinking. Our man meant to travel through the dense forest of the deserters' march. We don't know his precise route. as our reporters often improvise on the road to avoid encounters with bandits. No, that isn't much to go on, I'm sorry. I know spot and deserters march with known Brotherhood activities. That's a good start as any. It's certainly plausible that the porter moved through there. Must be going. Alright, so now we have 2 quests. Back in Deserters March. Okay, so now I have the missing shipment in Blind Ambition, which is to find Caliga. Though I probably... Let me go run to Iron Wreath. Whatever it's called. Iron Hearth, thank you. Wreath Hearth. Kind of the same spelling. So we're actually going to see you can do a teleport right there. So take a day. So we're going to end up there at night. The air in the Blade Grave remains curious still, as if the long range of the Edict of Storm has exhausted whatever bluster the winds once held. You see the silhouette of a disfavored runner long before you see the purple tabard and the insignia of a crest runner, the young scouts of the disfavored legion. He snaps a salute as she approaches. Fatebinder, coming word from Iron Guard Rumalon. The Scarlet Chorus don't understand the Archon's privilege, making another attack on Sentinel Stand. We've kept their scouts from the walls thus far, but second gain bivouacs less than a day's journey from the Citadel. If you can lend your blade, a sudden assault from the rear would surely turn the tide of battle. Yeah. Did the Howling Chorus gains even as you approach their muster? There, not quite in sight of Citadel, horsemen and blood chanters shout and bang bronze against shields. Though the noise is many, it allows you to approach the enemy undetected. Alright, we're gonna jump in and do a little attack here, and then we'll head to Iron Hearth.
Send me your champion!
I got it.
You're an idiot to think that you had a chance.
I got it.
Ooh, he's firing fireballs at me. Bolt of Agony. I'm getting attacked by 3 guys. Oh boy. I just hope I can stay alive long enough that I can get out of here. Let's see, I need to do a 5 to... Absorb some stuff, there we go. Do Sundered on them.
Too much.
On it.
I'm enjoying this a little too much.
Worm!
I will have your head.
I'm enjoying this a little too much.
I got it.
I've been dazed.
Our time together has not gone to waste. Are you afraid of death, worm?
On it.
Take that! This weapon is useless!
You'll have to hit harder than that.
I got it.
Here.
Troubles afoot. Will do.
That's how it's done!
I'm enjoying this Zuma.
Afraid of death, worm!
Pay attention, kids. You might learn something. Right.
Take that!
I... Right.
I will break you.
Grovel before me!
Watch and learn.
On your knees, worm!
Break you!
Are you afraid of death, worm? Send them at me in waves! Take that!
Last body drops to the ground. Your spot remains of encroaching forces scattered in the distance. You've decisively broken the enemy's advance upon the fortress, ensuring that the Sentinel stands firmly in your control. Good. Looks like the fastest way out of here is that one. And you have leveled up Barrack. Sweet. Now let's see here. Let's give you a little bit more speed on your cooldowns. Ooh, what to give him? What to give him? What happens then he can now engage 3 enemies. Okay, continue on. else was over here. There he is. Greetings. Have you dealt with the troublesome lieutenant yet? I killed the Scarlet Chorus lieutenant. Indeed you have, and well done. One less reason for me to look over my shoulder. Here you go. Fair payment for a job well done. Pass you a loop of rings. Pleasure doing business with you. Farewell. Okay, now we're going to go back up here. We're going to try talking to Graven Ash. Seek counsel from me? And why wouldn't you? True wisdom comes from the awareness of one's limitations. I've come to impart. Oh, okay, so it looks like, didn't actually have to do anything else here. So there's nothing here for me to partake of necessarily. Alright. I don't know why I thought so. I guess it's because we grabbed Zendania and we wanted and Graven Ash wanted to talk to her, I guess. I think that was the original reason I came here. Okay, we're gonna go back to Deserter's March. 12 hours. I'm gonna get there in the morning. Good.
Sorry, I can't.
I had to do two things here. Looking for weapons there. Looking for weapons and looking for Callion. That's right. Okay. Oh, Callion. Young woman looks you up and down. What Kairos' bloated bladder do you want? You're Callion, aren't you? She stiffens. Who wants to know? My friend or your brother. He asked me to find you. He's worried sick. My dim-witted dullard of a brother worries too much. I'm fine. End story. Perhaps he has a good reason to worry? No, he's a meddling busybody who's scared of taking care of himself, doesn't want anything to change. Doing my part in what I'm doing. I've come to Deserter's March to join the Bronze Brotherhood. There's nothing you can do to stop me. Guessing you didn't see what the Brotherhood leader did in Lethian's Crossing. Probably did what no one else was willing to do. Stand up to Kairos' soldiers. Redmon is a good man. He'll only do what he thought was necessary. Redmon is not what you think he is. Exactly what do you think he is, Mr. Expert? Redmon is a coward, thief, and a murderer. He is not. You're lying to me. I know Redmon. He's not like that. You used to know Redmon? A long time ago, before Kairos' army came, he hung out with my brother often, so we spent a lot of time together. My brother was much happier when Redmon was around. Back then, he didn't spend so much time worrying about me and how I try to live my life. I just want Callion to have that happiness again. If Callion and Redmon can become friends again, my brother will leave me alone. I'll be free to explore new tiers. Join the Brotherhood so you can repair the friendship between your brother and Redmon? So what, you're telling me that this is really all about getting away from your brother? Don't get me wrong, I love my brother. He can be a little overbearing at times. More so, recently with the conflict between the Brotherhood and Kairos. I think it just reminds him of what he's lost in recent years. I just want him to be free to live my own life, away from Callion, away from everybody. I want to explore tiers. I spent my entire life in Lethian's Crossing because until recently I was considered too young to travel alone. Now that I'm old enough, I want to get out and see what's out there. My brother barely lets me travel to the nearby villages, let alone go to places like Halfgate. Redmond only wants the destruction of Lithium's Crossing. No, you're wrong. I refuse to believe you. Callie needs you more than he needs Redmond. I know that my brother needs me, but damn it, he smothers me. My only chapter to finally get away, even if only for a little while. Fine, I'll make my way back to Let's Crossing, forget about my dreams, and cook dinner for my brother for the rest of my life, until Kairos kills us all. Is that what you wanted? No, not really.
Yes.
Oh, I still need to find stuff here. That's right. Need to find that shipment. There were a couple guys down here, I think. Not there anymore. Forge-bound shipment. You there. Thought I was dead, did you? Thought you just escaped with these crates? I was on my way to get these to the Forge-bound. Seems that won't be happening now. What happened to you? I was crossing through the Sur's Marsh. Stopped just for a moment. It happened. Laid right in my back. Didn't even see who or what had done it. Looks like I won't be finished my duty here. Listen, the shipment. The property of the Forge-bound. Do a world a bit of service and take it to them instead of pocketing it. These are dark times. Lithium's Crossing needs the support. Can we take this to them? Well, make sure the shipment gets there. Of course, the side of the broken cart, lift yourself up so his face is level with yours. Good. Be swift about it. You must. You must. He coughs, spitting thick clumps of blood onto the ground. Damn, never thought this was how I'd go out. He loses hold of the cart and falls back against it, hitting the ground hard. The old man gasps, the sound from his throat torturous and wet. After a few moments, he is silent. Well, thankfully, it's exactly what I was going to do. A large carriage has been parked out by the side of the road. Several beastmen workers regard you with dull expressions and motion towards the crest of a nearby hillock, more interested in catching some rest. You hear a laugh and a splash of water beyond it, audible over the roar of the nearby river. As you approach the bank, you see two figures in the water, bathing themselves. On the shore, a tall man draped in fine garment fabrics takes notice of you and lets out a piercing whistle. A well-muscled man and a curvaceous woman rush out of the stream in response, wrapping themselves in thick robes. The tall man greets you with an exaggerated bow and explains that he is a pleasure provider, with itinerary variety. Gestures to the pair, both of whom are strikingly attractive, and asks if you're in the mood to partake. Look around and check for an ambush. Heather and his prostitutes aren't armed, and little of their chosen spot along the bank is just a trap. Two small tents that have been erected atop soft patches of grass. You peer inside, their open flaps see nothing but blankets, colorful pillows, and a jar of fragrant perfume. Hardly a threatening sight. Still damp, the muscular man raises the sleeve of his robe to dab his forehead, exposing the leather band around his wrist. Though solid for half its length, the rest of it separates into finely twisted strips of leather coiled through seashells. A common design found in coastal ardent. You count 4 shells in the band, a discreet but unmistakable signifier of nobility. Question the peddler about the armband. Point out the peculiarity of the armband, an item reserved for ardent nobility, yet somehow hands of the peddler's worker. As you voice the question, the female prostitute lunges forward and grabs your hands, pleading with you for assistance. Between frantic sobs, she blurts out that they are ardent nobles that have been kidnapped by Brotherhood extortionists. Peddler jams a few fingers in his mouth and whistles a piercing whistle, quickly summoning the beastmen carts to his side. He doesn't deny his affiliation with the Brotherhood, instead explains that his captives are the adult children of a powerful ardent noble, taken captive while the Brotherhood was in contract with the Voices of Nrat, and thus, he contends, legally acquired. Two prisoners look at you, expectantly, waiting your answer. Convince the man that this plan will backfire. Warn the Brotherhood agent that his plan is a few years too late. The wealthiest of Ardent have perished in the war or become embittered by loss. The former is unlikely to be able to afford a ransom. The latter is likely to view the hostage offer as an insult and strike back rather than negotiate. The Brotherhood agent is sufficiently perturbed by your words and motioned for the beastmen to stand down. Two nobles quickly throw up proper clothes for the road. Thank you profusely for your assistance. They promise to spread word of your deeds and to send a suitable reward upon your return to Ardent. Before he leaves, the agent sheepishly hands you a pouch of reins, hoping to absolve himself further of any wrongdoing. You depart the river, satisfied with the turn of events. Yeah, that was great! Glad I was able to convince him. All right. Now, let me see here. Okay, so turn the shipments back over and then go to Callian again. It was up here, I think. Thank you, Vape 100. It means so much to have Kalia back. Keep your rings. You will need them more than I do if she decides to run off again. Let's all go inside. Let's talk here. See if we can get just a little bit more out of this, because oh, that's right. I did talk to these. I remember let things crossing again. Hope you're happy. I kind of wish there had been an option to actually say, you know what, you could probably let your sister go. Because I remember I actually went in there before and said, if you want to talk to somebody, talk to my brother. But he didn't have anything to say, so. Anyway. I'm just going to run it back over here. And in we go.
Can't do that.
Prince Garrick. You returned. Found the missing weapon shipment for you. Thank you for finding her missing weapons, Jedith Freelance. Sigh of relief escapes her. We almost had to leave the Forge Isle for the day on account of material shortages. We have no desire to find out what will happen if we don't meet our quota. Add losing our weapons on top of it, and who knows what we'd be subjected to. We have to get everything repaired and back in the right hands.
You learn something every day.
Well, sweet! Arrow just got a bunch of stuff there. Okay, so I leveled up again. I'll go for another point of accuracy. Lantry. Ooh, what can we do for Lantry? Let's see. Let's go ahead and throw on that Arcane Judgment. Oh, and I didn't put another skill on my character. Itch my nose. One moment, please. See. There we go. That's a little better. Okay, and then we also had to return and give Eldian. I think it was it was this chamber, I think. Was this one? Pretty sure it was this one. No, 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 no. Dumb. His house is below. This is another one I don't need to look at. Oh. Whew. Welcome in, Ray. Need to go get this point here. Let's see. Boost morale. While in combat, your party members that fight near you get... Ooh! I like that. That's nice. Switch positions with target ally. That would be cool too. The maximum the enemy member kills an enemy. That'd be good. Oh, and allows basic attacks to strike multiple times. Ooh, I like that. I guess I do already have that one, huh? Honor increases critical hit. Hit strike. Yeah, because I already have this one that penetrates a foe's armor. Let's get a little bit more defense. Let's do that instead. I also want to take a look at the weapon I have here. Okay, we're working there. We're getting there. May the sounds of peace and the jangling of reins both follow you in all things. I recovered the Magebane helm from Radamon. Eladin's face breaks into an enormous smile and he puts out his hands in joy. I knew you wouldn't fail. Now we can put it back to where it belongs. Please, let me have it. Of course, here you go. Lost wrath with Lethian's crossing. You have lost the Mage. Eldian gingerly takes the helm from your hands, breathing a sigh of relief. Thank you, Fatebinder. No words could ever express our gratitude or the touch of debt people of Lethian's Crossing owe you. You've saved us all. I'll be on my way. Actually, do you know what? Does he have any questions? Yeah, I've asked. Oh, yeah, that's right. I asked basically everything. Yeah.
Can't do that.
So we're gonna put. So the helmet's gonna go back, so these people are safe. Yes, the reason is that it wasn't working at certain times, because right after we had put it away, Redmond came in and attacked and then took it. So it actually still worked like normal. Okay, did I need to do anything else here? Pretty sure I don't. Okay. Trial of the Archons. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8. Versus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yikes. Okay, now I go to Ironhearth. Yes. I've heard favorable tidings from Lethian's Crossing. Under ordinary circumstances, I might have disregarded the settlement to the end of this conflict, but the focal point of iron production cannot be left exposed to our enemies. Welcome, Pink Moon. We are playing Tyranny. It is a kind of a dark take on just a standard fantasy RPG. Say the Sunset Spire has fallen into your hands. Whatever instinct compels you to claim these towers, I hope that it serves in the interest of the war. At times I have my doubts. Forgive me, you didn't return to Ironheart to audience my nerves. If you are ready, I'll hear your report of what transpired at the settlement. What concerns you about the spires, Archon? That answer should be obvious enough. We do not know enough about them. It's clear that they offer some advantage. The ability to stand beyond arm's reach of your enemy is significant enough. I suspect that is the least of Aspire's many talents. Should you ever learn more of Aspire's true power, I hope that you are prepared to use that knowledge responsibly. Ready to deliver my report. Excellent. Expect comprehensive details of your conduct and accomplishments in the region. Bought the First Brotherhood to take back the Magebane helm. Filth, Radamon is dead? Good. The Bronze Brotherhood were of little value to my forces during the conquest. Hopefully this lesson will teach them the value of real leadership. I understand the restoration of the helmet to Lethian's Crossing will keep the Forge-bound less distracted from outside threats. All that matters is that they continue their craft, and I thank you for it. Bane in the area have all been killed. We may never fully cleanse Ceratus of the Bane threat, but I consider any work done toward that goal a respectable pursuit. Well done. Zedenia has been rescued. Yes, and now the Forge-bound master safe in our keeping. She is free to labor without interruption. She is the talented artist with a stutter medium. But for the time being, we need her to keep the troops armed with dependable iron. What are the next steps? Now that we have two regions under our control, this favored presence is felt almost throughout all the tiers. This is as strong as we've ever been. Ash gives you a determined nod. There's something behind it that is taking you by surprise. Then you notice that he's gone pale, his eyes unfocused. The Archon shakes his head and collects himself. When he shifts his attention to you, you catch a momentary confusion reflected in his gaze, if he's trying to account for the last several seconds. Curious? Help looks at the Archon with a wicked smile, her face becoming a low whisper. Is it just me, or is the old man showing his age? General, we await your orders at your leisure. Barrack tips his head at the Archon with concern. Time has come for us to gather and descend upon the sown sea, where the voices of Narat and his gangs have dug their miserable warren. Once we've dealt with the Archon, I plan to melt down his twisted helmet and drop it into the deepest ocean. First, we have to secure a base in the region. That will give us a position of strength to rally our fighters and take the war to the Archon's doorstep. Are you ready? You look pale, Ash. Anything I can do to assist? If I look worried, it's because that damnable Archon of Secrets has vexed me too long by far. We are better rid of him. Won't have you wasting time on issues that don't concern you. Do you truly think you can defeat the Archon of Secrets? Okay, let's see. He takes several deep breaths and regards you with intensity you haven't seen before. Do you doubt it? I'm not naive to the Archon's power. The voice of Narat uses madness to cloak his brilliance, but never mistake it. He is mad. Cold tactics and a logical approach will always win out against the likes of him. I'm ready. Where do I start? Send an advanced unit of disfavored units into the Stone Sea. The Scarlet Corps' presence in the region has threatened them in a location called Howling Rock. I dispatched a support unit to assist, where you can find a jagged moss shrine. They will need your help clearing a path to Howling Rock. What can I expect to find there? Since the region of Azure fell to ruin, the population of wild beastmen has expanded significantly. No doubt the Scarlet Corps has used this to their advantage and seeks to conscript as many of the brutes into their mob as possible. The city of Halfgate is their last bastion of stability, though of course it's being held by the Scarlet Corps now. Why does the support unit need my help? A tribe of beastmen occupies the region. They aren't quick to tolerate a human element in what they imagine to be their territory. They are no concern of mine, so cut down as many as you see fit to complete the mission. Carve yourself in their skins for all I care. Just get my soldiers through. These are more than capable fighters. They ripped more than one of my countrymen to shreds during the conquest. Ash has no lost love for their kind. My Earthshakers have a plan to blight the land, starving the Star Corps of their home territory. Offer them any help they need, see that it will done upon the voices of Narat. We're nearly at the end. I can feel the Archon's doom ahead of us, like the peace at the end of a slaughter. What is it you require? Very well. Okay, so we are now moving on to a new location. I've got missives. Fate of the Forge from Tunon. Jedith Freelance. Word reached the court that you have dealt with this seditious mercenaries claiming for themselves the mantle of defenders of Lethian's Crossing. I have the gratitude of both myself and the Overlord. This disruption of the settlements long stymied the production of iron goods for the war effort. Forge Messrs. Sendenya personally thank me for your intervention. Congratulations. Forge-bound guild are a strong and tireless ally to possess. Tunon, the Educator, Archon of Justice. My boss. Status report from Tunon. Fate Minor, you are to report to the Bastard City once. Be prompt, lest I mistake your tardiness for reluctance. Okay. On the subject of the spires, Meothus has another thing for me. I guess Meothus, that's basically the same name that I was being called by the main bad guy in Final Fantasy 16 was Mythos. It's Mythos. So I guess it's just the same way I pronounce it. Okay, you're correct. There are spires all across Terratus. The exact distribution of these monuments fueled all sorts of debate and speculation, but two facts seem commonplace. Most spires are built near old walls. Mount Spire is an old exception. And nearby every culture that predated Kairos has some local myth to explain the builders of these spires. I believe the Tearsmen cite the older realms, the local name. Of course, Kairos brought proper civilization. The origin of the spire simply is discussed in good company. I think I already read this. Solicitor advice. Dear Meothus, I appreciate the information. Thank you for sharing. Knowing what you know of my situation, what would you do? Okay. Send for confirmation. At your request, I will appear in the court in good time. Send it. Okay, the boss is getting annoyed. Apparently, I have to go do something. So let's go ahead and run back. And we'll go back there and we'll see what's going on. I guess the last time I had to run back was after I got after I finished the first edict. I'm surprised that he's called me up for this. Wonder why. Let me see here. Tunon's corpse. It's going to take 3 days. Yeah. Okay, walk, walk, walk. There we go. We await your return. Okay. So I would guess maybe it's something to do with being over here. So,
You return as summoned, despite the weight of responsibility on your shoulders. The court appreciates your devotion to our good work. It should come as no surprise that your activities are closely monitored. As an extension of Kairos' law in the frontier, your progress is a topic of some interest. I sent you on a mission to bring order to the chaos of this civil war. Not enough time has passed for me to expect any significant progress, but I am curious about your findings all the same. I want to make sure your time outside the court's shadow is being used effectively. I understand that you've made a name for yourself in the ranks of the disfavored. Good. With the confidence of his soldiers, you should have no trouble rooting out corruption or chaos in Graven Ash's elite legion.
I'm happy to be an asset to Kairos' forces, to pull chaos out by the root.
That is all this court has ever demanded of you. You do well to recall your duties with such exacting precision. You have spent some time on your own recognizance. The efforts of our military and the challenges they face should be no mystery to you. Tell me, are you any closer to determining which of the Archons is at fault for the troubles of this campaign?
There's no question the Voices of Nerat is guilty of inciting chaos.
Interesting. On what grounds do you make this claim?
Let's just look at him. He's terrifying. Not exactly a great one. Let's see here. Under the Voices' orders, Hardrock Braun smuggled iron weapons to the Venturing Guard. The Adjudicator weighs your statement with interest. Space between the eyes of his mask is narrow, although the change is too gradual for you to follow.
Material evidence is hallowed to the court. I respect your diligence in collecting it, Fatebinder. You bring hope to my ambitions of bringing order to this divisive campaign. Be sure that you remember this and any other evidence you identify when you are called upon to present your findings in a more formal manner. I look forward to receiving your full report. I will summon you again at the appropriate time. If there's nothing further, you're dismissed.
I have some questions first. I've already asked everything, that's right. Then be on your way. Okay. So he just wanted us a bit of an update. And knowing that he really wants the particular obedience that my office requires, a little bit more. I want to be slightly more on top of it. And oh, there's Blenbarg. Can I go talk to him?
Remember years back when I told you justice is just the name for the biggest sword in the realm? Claiming the Dauntless is part of establishing your own might, your own authority. Even if you dislike its heft, I'd advise you to keep the blade close. It has symbolic value beyond its martial applications.
The Dauntless is I think it was one of the first artifacts that I got, and is currently being wielded by Barrick. It is a sword with some nice power.
Of course, any authority you may be carving for yourself is sanctioned only with the understanding that it's for the greater glory of Kairos.
Nice to have a little voice line from him. Alright, in we go. Now, while we're close to here, let's go to the Shattered Bastion. Because we have a quest that we got a long time ago, and never came here to get it. So, basically, I think it was a sage who actually reached out to us. What was it? It was... yeah, Sage L. Preservation of her research and the well-being of her scribe. Yeah, so basically reached out to the thing. I reached back for clarification of, like, what information, and the pigeon never returned. Didn't return with an answer, just came back with my original message. Therefore, couldn't locate the Sage L. Now I've got Lantry with me, which I would hope would be a case of he'd know who this is. A couple people here. Let's not quite go there yet, though. Let's do just a little bit more exploration on this side. Oh, there's Scarlet Chorus here. Oh dear. Rolus the Butcher. Crimson-clad gang before you is yet to notice your presence. Their focus solely rests on the balcony above, where a broad-shouldered man in battle-worn armor shouts down there. Who goes there? Who goes there? We know. You know who we are, boss. Apologies, stranger. He puts a hand on his brow as if shading his sight. I can't make you out in the distance, and I hardly know the voice of every child in the tiers. Gentle babble of laughter filters down from above. Child? For F's sake, Rolls, let us in already. Is that you, Warbler? With your pretty voice, I mistook you for a little girl. Yes, boss, it is I, Warbler, and our faithful crew. We've returned for a successful raid, catch in hand. What's that? You're here to raid us? You hear that? Javelin, stay game. What? Fine. If you're in a mood and want to play stupid games, just let's divide the spoils without you. Ah, Warbler, you were having such good fun with you. Why did you have to make things so serious? A few things we never joke about in this game, like sharing. Are you crap? What's that you say? You want me to shit? Doesn't sound very clean, Warbler. Is that what you want? Round of Warbler from the other Horsemen. Need to seek further advice of the Chorus's culpability for the problems of Vidrian's well, Fatebinder? Keep listening to the argument. This is too funny. Everyone down here thinks this is really funny, boss, but we'd like to sit by the fire and have a decent meal. I don't think you're getting in here, Warbler, or are you planning on taking the fort from us? What? Don't put words in my mouth, you shallow sack. Oh, jeez. Talk to you however I desire. If you can't take it, you aren't tough enough to run with our gang. In fact, I think we're overdue for a display of your worth. Not just for worth, we just spent 4 days sacking the countryside for you. Now let us in already. I don't recall ordering a raid. No doubt you've been recruiting your own gang and are here to find me. Well, your mutiny ends here. Mutiny? I've been loyal. My crew's been loyal. How dare you? Then who are your reinforcements? Or did you let the enemy shadow you back home? Either way, wrong move. Huh? He looks back at you eyes. Where did you come from? It's the Fatebinder of Tunon, idiot. You know, the master of the mountain spire? Attention focuses entirely on you. Though now I'm curious, if Warbler didn't come crying to you, what brings you here? Fate binding. I was busy watching you mismanage your gang. Please, continue. Ha, so this must be that legendary Fatebinder's sense of humor. Look, I'm more than happy to help you with whatever task the Archon's got you doing, but first I need your help dealing with the idiots down there. Points from the balcony of Warbler's game. A legend like you won't even break a sweat calling them. Are you effing kidding me? I've broken no law. Just done what my boss told me. Stow it. The only meaningful law in the chorus is not suffering the weak. You're weak. Fatebinder here's gonna just throw the hurt a bit. Ain't you? Leave this out. Work this out among yourselves. If you're not gonna help, then at least stay out of the way. Run along, Fatebinder. I'm okay with this.
On it.
Do you have eyes on this?
Though this may have once been the entrance to what had passed for a grand estate in the Tears, the little remains is now shattered ruins. Ooh, and what'd you find? Lots of loot. Let's agate. Got so many gems right now. I probably should toss them away. I haven't been using them to upgrade armor or anything, like you normally would. Okay, so I can't get up there. Okay, I'm not going to deal with that. Let's go ahead and hike ourselves back over here to... Here we'll loot a couple things and then see if we can find our mysterious Sage L. I'm going to switch over here because I'm not going to fight anybody now. A group of unkempt, filthy commoners huddled among a motley of barrels and boxes. The heavy stench of sweat, stale food, and grass clings to the still air. The presumptive leader of the group stands as you enter and moves towards you, weapon in hand. The approaching woman's olive cheeks seem drawn and sallow. Dark circle shadow eyes that survey you before searching over your shoulder. Seemingly assured by your brief inspection, she lowers her weapon slightly so that it's not pointing directly at your chest. Her muscles remain taut, however, her stance like a veteran soldier ready to respond to the first sign of aggression. You didn't bring the chorus in with you, and if you're disavowed, you'd have loudly bragged about your pedigree over me, so that leaves me wondering, just who are you? Jedith Freelance, Fatebinder of Tunan. And you are? A Fatebinder? Fantastic. Her tone suggests that it's anything but. You here to kill us? Can we convince you to keep our presence secret from those coarse madmen? Still haven't told me who you are. She blinks rapidly. Right, I haven't. My name's Gwyneth. Gwyneth. I'm the guide for this little band. Used to be a mercenary, but no one's offered coin for a blade anymore. If you weren't born north of the gates of judgment, there's nothing for a warrior save clothes of crimson or a mass grave. Red or dead, as they say. So I stopped warring, more or less. What do you want exactly? You need to get back inside the mountain. We'd come out. She falls into a silent for a moment. We come out to scavenge for supplies. When we got back, we found crimson assholes crawling all over the place. You live in a cave? Well, it wasn't our first choice in homes, but we've taken shelter in a nearby cave. When we were out looking for supplies, these chorus goons somehow buried the cave entrance with rubble. We excavate a path, but not with chorus spears prodding our rears while we dig. Help us rid of the scarlet shite stains. We'll scourge up some appropriate recompense. I know they got one of your people up there, one of those creepy scout twins. Not sure how much help that is to you, but keep in mind if things get bloody. Will you help me with the chorus? As much as I'd love to make battle standards of some crimson scum, I've got too many wounded. I'll see what I can do. Okay. Thank you. Let us know the game is no longer a threat. So, looks like I'm going to be doing some culling after all. Or maybe not. I might be able to sneak past. Looks like there's a athletics check rope over there. Over here. Trash panda powers activate! Scrounging all the good things. Climb up the rope. Speaking of trash pandas, I saw a video of a raccoon who didn't have any fur on it, and it's a little surprising, honestly. Gang leader eyed cautiously at your appearance atop the balcony. Fatebinder, are you gonna cut that warble open for me, or are we gonna have a problem? Enough talking. You're siding with them? Ah! Mars maggot. Got the lawless.
More tallies to the
Yeah, you're an idiot thinking that I'm just gonna do your dirty work for you.
body count.
Alright, let's see. What can we do here? Yeah, we gotta... There. There. I'll take myself here. Can I... Where is my character? I'm just kind of in there in the mash, huh? Oh yeah, I'm not even close by. Yeah, let's go ahead and start attacking this squirty. Let's see here. We need to do...
Oh, if I had an iron ring for every dumbass mistake.
We'll have my character. Can't. It's like the... Okay, so let's see. Do a stretch and reach. Here we go.
I got it. Stop.
Oh, dude, you've been wounded. I didn't even notice that. Oh my goodness.
I got it. Take that. I got it.
Are you afraid of death, worm?
Take that. I need to try a different weapon.
Smash to pieces!
Is that ink? No, wait. It's blood. Wait! Is that... Nice! Take that! On it. I need to try a different weapon.
Come on, go down, you.
You can.
There we go.
Smash to pieces!
Okay, Bloodchanter sandals. Oh, good. The Bloodchanter staff. Hmm. Here, let me take a look at the weapons for you two, because we still got your. We're still using your. Is this G? But I'm wondering if that staff is worth it. Hey, now where was that? It was blue, wasn't it? Yeah. Type. Oh, I need to take a quick break here. Need to go get some water. Go use the bathroom. So I'll be gone for just a couple minutes. Be right back. And I'm back. A little bit better. Oh, let's see here. Hang on a second. Go back in there, find the stash. There it is. Okay, so let me select each character. Let's see. So she'll actually get some. She'll get some more defense around her. Do you know what? We'll do it. Let's go ahead and get rid of that. Okay.
On it.
Hello. Man bound before he wears his favorite violet crusts with patches of dried blood. The faint blue light of an oathbound scout's sigil shining unsteadily through a thick layer of grime. Watch as you approach with from under a lowered brow, his features sunken and dark. His right eye socket seems a bit darker than his left, as he bears a nearly healed bruise. The sour scent of mingled sweat and urine wafts from him. Fate binder, he rasped and cleared his throat. Apologies, haven't had occasion to say much today. You recognize me? Could hardly forget the Fate binder turned harbinger, could I? We owe you a debt. No doubt the general has very intention of honoring it. Called Hyrax, son of Eperia, both brother of Merrick, currently attached to the 5th Boreal. Good to see the butcher, butchered. Would have been nice to do it myself, I suppose. I had my shot at him. He shifts against his bonds, wincing. Add the conscripts on the lower level to the pile of corpses, and I'll give you intelligence I've found since coming here. I'll take care of those bonds for you. Appreciate the sound, but normally I'd risk it, but my arms are getting both broken and neither set right. I need sawbones to break them again before they'll mend straight. Oh, man. So I can't fight for shite. If you free me, I'll lose any element of surprise you otherwise have. It's a bad play, whichever way you slice it. Surprised rolls let you alive. You strike me as like a liability. I think I will talk, but I and my brethren have seen. They underestimate my willpower. But I've taken joy in testing my limits. I'll see what I can do. He nods mutely. So, character I don't recognize, but he recognizes me. It's a little different. Corpse collapsed the entrance of this cave, blocking it with huge slabs of heavy stone. Clearing it by hand would be work of a span or longer. So a span would be like a month. No, I don't know. No, it wouldn't be, because, would it be? Yeah, I think it is. This is first floor with the mistake.
Do you have eyes on this?
Ooh, is there something up here? Climb this rope. Ooh. Got a great bow. This. Ooh, heavy leather boots. Let's see if this can help with anybody. You would probably be the first to have a shot at, right? Yeah, so slightly more recovery, a little bit more defense pull off there. I give that to you. You'll get vigor, which is the 20% max health. Yeah, I think that's a better trade-off. Awesome. Whew. Oh no, for some reason playing this game, it always feels like it takes longer. Maybe because I'm having to read a lot of the dialogue. But, that makes sense.
Can't do that.
What a mess. There was a time when I thought it was all going somewhere. The butcher had, some ideas, some plans. At least there's the Oathbound. The Archon will appreciate that gift. Might even promote me. Or at least not ram a spear up my backside. The Oathbound stays with me. But it's not like I can go to the Voice of Narod empty-handed. Worse than empty-handed, considering our lost care of manpower. You can leave without the Oathbound, or you can stay to join rolls. The blood drains from his face, and he nods roughly. Yes, Fatebinder, my thanks to you. He and his crew shoulder their gear and stumble away. Good.
On it.
Oh, I can do something different instead. Don't exactly work quiet, do you? I suppose that ruckus means it's all taken care of clean and tidy? They're gone. How do you plan on getting into that cave of yours? There's always the chance we get stuck out here, that the mountains move again, powers forbid, Karen will come back and finish what he started. So Wedge, one of our specialists, he cooked up this alchemical compound called Ocean's Fire. Burns as fast as hot as a Wraithcaster's spell. Is that correctly? It'll clear the cave entrance out in an instant. But if it gets bumped wrong, say by some idiot chorus conscripts, we all meet the void well charred. Give me the Ocean Fire. I'll see you at the cave entrance. Sign reveals profound relief. She accompanies it with a nod. Thank you. Extraordinarily careful with it. We don't want it to be within 20 paces when the paste meets the air. Hunker down behind some rubble up top, then lob it at the cave entrance. She reaches into one of the crates and pulls forth an unpainted clay pot. She passes it to you with extreme gentleness, and you note that its lid is sealed with a thick ring of melted wax. Oh, and don't miss. All right. Let's go and deal with that then. Ocean's Fire sounds like Greek fire. That mythical, half-fabled stuff that could burn on top of water and all that jazz. Okay, sit here, fellas. Support the fire starting its ignition process. Kaboom! Sweet.
On it.
Something profoundly wondrous in outliving your enemies. He grins, something feral in the way, his lip curls over his eye teeth. Eye teeth? Get these ropes with me, and I'll tell you why I'm out here. I'll take care of those bonds for you. Thank you, Fatebinder. Hyrix straightens to release him, then stretches, his joints cracking loudly. He scowls at his arms, which are awfully badly broken and feel twisted by his bonds. Appreciate the aid. My team was the first Iron Guard Akalos sent to this estate. The others never reported back. We were dispatched to recover whatever was left of them. We found precisely nothing. No gear, no evidence of a fight, nothing that seemed a sign left of other disfavored to find. Then Rollis hit us, at night, by surprise, like a murderless coward. We had set watch, obviously, but one of his mages did something to Corax that kept him from calling out. It's the pain of him burning that woke me and the others. The only reason we were able to kill the horseman, we did. He shudders and raises his eye. No one else survived. Only General's grace saved me. We canvassed the area pretty thoroughly before Rolls showed up. The only place we stayed out of was the cave in the back. Whole scared Rolls shitless, though, so we closed it up. Looked towards that jumbled pile of rocks to the north. Wish we'd gotten a chance to check in there for the first crew. But then at least I'll have something to take back to Ironhearth. Oathbound locks his eyes. Fatebinder. He's said to be a close ally of the General, so there's something you need to know. We had a secondary objective out here. The original reason is that Ironhearth dispatched its first squad to this backwater. The Legion lost track of an Earthshaker out here a few spans back. Chances are he went as rogue as his Archon before him. We can't have every Curesman mother hurling boulders at us, so if he's not dead, he needs to be. There are only chances to make that happen now. You know what I know, Fatebinder. I need to return to Ironhearth and report in. Looks at his arms. And get these limbs straightened out. No enjoyment of that, I promise, but at least I'll distract me from everything else. You didn't fail your people. Kind of you to say, true or no. Graven Ash protects. That he does. If only he could do more. Farewell, Fatebinder. With a final glance at you, the Oathbound walks away. Now, while we're over here, I'd like to go back and talk to Gwyneth. Down the road. I'll be a little faster. I saw the ocean fire from here, like a spire of living flame. Felt it too. Not doing something like that when Cairo struck down the Velum Citadel. Not quite the same order of magnitude, no. Anyway, thanks. We've got all these supplies together, moved them inside. You can go ahead. Just, don't tell them I sent you or anything. Who is them, and how will they know I'm not hostile? Rummages through one of the barrels and hand you a soft, cool package tied off in twine. Beasts that stand guard will let you pass if you give them this. Well, that's a little foreboding, but alright. Oh, alright. After this game, I probably will take a break from CRPGs or anything like that. For some reason, this game just wears me down a little bit more mentally. I think it's because I'm having to talk so much. That didn't sound good. What in the world? Is there beastmen in here or something? Oh, but this is the prettiest cave I've seen, like, forever. Oh, yep, there are beastmen. Stone formation quietly hums a slow, modulating melody. Its tune reminds you of the Archon of Song. Okay. Shadows shift before you in hulking masses of darkness. As they step closer, the pale luminescence of the cave fungi highlights blunt, bony features. Lips curl back over yellow fangs and violet gums. Sinewy muscle tightens as the beast's claws, fingers spread open. Another human. Larger the figure stepped forward, revealing herself heavily muscled beast woman covered in rust-colored fur. Her yellow gaze narrowly intense upon you. Nostrils flaring to drink in your scent. Does new human offer man flesh to Hillstrider's pack? Crying leather clans offer more bone than meat. Made short meals for beast woman. You look hungry. Beast woman's nostrils stretch and she steps forward cautiously, attention dipping to the offered hunk of meat. Smells fresh enough. It's yours if you let us through. She plucks the slab from your meat and inhales deeply of its scent, then licks it with her broad tongue. Steps to the side and her packmates clear a path. Go through before Hillstrider changes mind. Wonder what would happen if I had brought my own beast woman. Probably would have. I wonder if she would have had a fight or something like that. Something to keep in mind next time I go through. Ooh! Now what is this place? This seems different. Is it a town?
How many people are hiding
Ooh, giant iron axe.
in these old walls? Should we take bets on brave or stupid? My rings are on stupid.
Outsiders, run! Ardent bronze sword. looks like I've matched Dauntless. Scope now. Let's see. Let's go ahead and spread ourselves out just a
I
little
got
bit.
it.
Fatebinder, how did you... I mean, welcome. Fatebinder, good to see you. The young man greets you with a smile as distant shouts reverberate throughout the area, steadily growing in volume. As you might have observed, your presence comes a bit of a surprise. It's an unexpected pleasure, I mean, to receive an esteemed servant of the court. He bows stiffly, revealing a row of multi-shaped quills along his back. Sage Lantry, how did you... What are you doing here?
I could ask the very same of you. Taking shelter in the old walls, that takes nerves of iron, or wits of stone.
There's running water. If you don't mind a Bane attack now and again, this isn't the dumbest place to hide.
Well, this is unexpected. Though I'm glad to see you alive, my young friend. I'm not here to reminisce. I'm with the Fatebinder now, so I'll need to insist that you start explaining whatever it is you're doing here.
Welcome, welcome. I'm Scribe Mel of the Vellum Citadel, though the title means little here. I'm simply Mel. You'll forgive me. We haven't been expecting company, so taps a quill against his thigh, his feather plume fluttering nervously in return as figures in the distance move in rushed motions and speak in hushed panic. What's all the commotion about? Visitors are always cause for alarm. Moreover, you aren't just any outsider. You're a Fatebinder. To many, it's as if Tunon just strolled into our homes. Your dispensation of justice could have profound ramifications for our little-known and technically hidden settlement such as ours. Some of the refugees here don't know your intentions. No doubt they have little to fear, right? What is this place? I struggle with the definition of myself, truly. We call this place the Bastard's Wound, or just the Wound for short. It's a refuge of sort, a haven for folks displaced by war and poor decision-making. Everyone that's here discovered this place by chance, but remains by choice. The decor is unorthodox, to be sure, but it does come with the benefits of extreme seclusion. Not that we object to the court's presence, or that of the Archons. We simply thought it best to unburden you all of the weight of governance. I know you've better things to do than check up on us. We're fine, really. Everything is fine. Look past the scribe, taking note of the details of this cavernous area. Giant stone walls flank the space, descend to an open sky, seemingly shorn apart from one another. Thunderous waterfalls cascade down, nearly ringing the stone-tiled islands that comprise the settlement. Though covered by damp moss and man-made tents, the stone architecture here is unmistakably of the old walls. Why are you all here? Entering the old walls is forbidden. Of course. Well, we can see why things might appear that way. He stammers, running his hands clumsily over the scrolls along his bandolier. He snatches one from its loop and taps it nervously. If you look at this drawing of the area, we are by way of several fathoms below the old walls you see rising up. So who's to say that we're in the walls or really just underground? I mean, other than a Fatebinder, of course. I merely mean to suggest that there's some potential ambiguity as to whether we're really doing anything wrong. Examine the parchment. Stretched upon the crumpled parchment is a cross-section of what appears to be old walls running through the mountainous regions of the Bastard's Tier. If this map is accurate, these old walls run almost entirely under the mountains. The upper reaches of these old walls are just a few stories above the valley floor. Judging from the map, the old wall is sloping upwards as it travels north, slopes downward as it heads south. Permissibility of the settlement depends upon its contribution to the court and its officers. I'm not here to condemn the settlement. Yet. Thank you, Fatebinder. We merely say that this is an unusual place, and its legal standing is somewhat unclear. We would never knowingly violate Kairos' law. That's what I mean. We appreciate your generosity, Fatebinder. Hope you will come to appreciate the wound in time. No doubt you have many questions for us. I shall do my best to acquaint you with this, outpost. Is there anything I can help you with? Who's in charge here? Unfortunately, that's a matter of debate at the moment. For a while, two men in particular led the settlement. Tidecaster Wagstaff, who's been here the longest, and Forge-bound Master Jaspos. They made it possible to survive here, but rarely see things eye to eye. The conditions here are not so fragile. I'm certain they would have come to blows ages ago.
Wait a second, Tidecaster Wagstaff? Is that what you said?
Yes, the page sage pauses to give Eb a head to look and nods with an annoying smile. Believe Wagstaff will be most amused to see another Tidecaster. He's been here as long as any. Most of the folks here credit him with making this whole place possible.
Oh, I'm sure this will be amusing.
There's another Tidecaster alive, yet you seem largely disinterested.
Of course, because all us Tidecasters sleep together in a big clamshell made of solid moonlight. Look, I'm glad Wagstaff is alive and well. I'm just curious why this fucking coward didn't join us in our battle against Kairos. I'm curious to hear what he's been doing that made it impossible for him to join the rest of us in battle. I'm just angry that I can't play my last Tidecaster ever argument as to why I'm amazing and you should value my life over the lives of your inferior followers. It's fine. I'll adapt.
There's also a beast woman, Reef Talon. Really quite a remarkable creature, actually. She held this place together and kept tempers at bay until fairly recently. She was as worthy a leader as we've seen in the wound, but she's no longer with us, so the bickering between Jaspos and Wagstaff continues. A beast woman wasn't charged? That is a bit unusual. Indeed, but Reef Talon is a most unusual beast. She's a lot more focused, patient, and sensible than all the other beasts I've ever encountered. Anyway, Reef Talon was able to organize beasts and humans into effective patrols against the Bane. They're in charge of defense, casualties dropped, no Bane ever slipped into the common area. Disputes between beasts all but disappeared. At certain points, it seemed foolish not to have her in charge. We've had a few beastmen wandering around into our refuge, and I don't know how or why, but life here changed them. I don't know if it's the Bane, something in the water, something about the magic of this place. After a span of living two living with us, most beastmen just become a little more civilized, relaxed. Maybe speak to some of the beastmen. Perhaps you'll agree. What happened to Reef Talon? Reef Talon was our bulwark against not only the Bane, but death itself. She had a mystic gift, or so we thought. Her touch brought everyone, the wounded, the sick, the dying, back from the edge, but it changed them. Ooh, looks like it's going to get windy. I have to turn on my fan and close the window. Hers wasn't noticeable at first, but seemingly without fail, those healed would slowly but surely stop sleeping. A minor malady at first, but a cumulative one. As days and weeks goes on, they lose themselves. Oh yeah, that's really coming in. Time to close the window. Depression, malaise. There's your word for the day, malaise. Word for the day. Paranoia, unending unto itself. My master, Lexame, was treated by Reef Talon, and in her case, she lost her ability to work magic. Between this and some disputes about whether it's proper for a beast woman to lead humans, resulting in a Reef Talon leaving the wound, disappearing into the depths of the old walls. Many of the sleepless followed. Lexame? She's alive? So she survived the Edict of Fire? I widen with surprise to hear the clicking of vials as his entire body trembles. Friend of yours? Sage Lexame and I go way back. She joined the school a year before I did. So we more or less ran the paces together. She's alive. Why didn't you try to find me? Did you try to contact all the other sages you thought were alive? Right. We tried to cloud the skies with missive birds. That would just give the enemy something to follow. Like me, she probably tried to avoid detection, not light a signal fire. Were you two rivals or friends? Both? We were chroniclers, so there was a competition of sorts, but I think I'm allowed to say that we got along well enough. Not that many of my friendships survived my politics. I was in favor of surrendering the school to Kairos. Hardly a popular outlook. Last, I know, she went into the depths of the old walls. To me, that's a death sentence, especially if she's no longer able to work her magic. I'm so sorry. I wish you had stumbled upon us sooner. Maybe you could have reconnected with her. Mine was dwindling, and I know she was fixated on making sure everything was carried out. This Velum Citadel was hidden and safe. She and I hid one such cache over by the farm. The others are presumably deeper in the old walls. Lexame knew an old sage trick that conceals the stashes, makes them fade into view unless another chronicler stands near. With her magic, when her magic began fading, she made a rush to conceal things, but aside from the one stash in the farm, only she knows where the rest lay. The sleepless that left haven't returned, so it's hard to be optimistic about any of this. That's an unusual power. Can't say I've ever heard of a beastman mystic that does such things. I regret not being a better student of beastman magics, but I concur. This is the most unusual. What's stranger still, Reef Talon did not boast about being a mystic, and beasts are nothing if not boastful. I have a hypothesis. Perhaps she slew so many Bane, their sickly powers have soaked into her very touch. He shrugs, laying out a long sigh. But it's just speculation. All I know for sure is that scores of lives were inadvertently ruined by her healing gift, and folks here have some complicated feelings towards Reef Talon. He paused in thought, nervously rolling a quill between his fingers. None have recovered, unfortunately. The end result appears to be inevitable. Still, I can't help but wonder if Reef Talon could have corrected this. It's a shame. You should know, Fatebinder, that there's a small number of people that have been treated by Reef Talon, but haven't fully lost their grip on things. Jasper's presence, Isley, for one. It is, though, just a matter of time until the worst sets in. Tell me about Jaspos. Look for the broad-shouldered man with the booming voice. He's almost always taking out his frustration on some poor rock or boulder just there by his forge. He points northwest, towards a plume of smoke rising above the surrounding walls. Jaspos and his two apprentices arrived some time after Wagstaff. I think we worried he'd just be a true loyalist and man we surrendered to Kairos. But he's taken a shine to the place and is trying to create his own little corner of Terratus. I think he likes the seclusion of being surrounded by a variety of rock types. He built most of the bridges you see here, some cisterns to filter water. It's a one-man work crew, and he knows it, unfortunately. He has more than a few supporters, particularly since he created those purifying aquifers. The water here causes illness. Without his help, most of us wouldn't have had enough clean water to drink. Tell me more about Wagstaff. He chuckles, his lips pressed together in a slightly knowing smile. Prickly old fellow, Wagstaff. One of the last tidecasters of the Tears, I believe. His eyes widened in realization. His kinds were in his arrows, true, but certainly he has no personal signs against the Overlord to Fatebinder. Had you told me another caster is lurking in the Tears, Wagstaff wouldn't have been my first guess. I'm not wholly surprised either. He insists the Exodus was a foolish, cowardly plan. At least he's sticking to his conviction on this matter. He's not one of his He's not one for pleasantries or charisma of any sort, but he is a master of his craft. He was the first to treat the toxic waters in these old walls, and to date, it's the only cure that works. The wound would be in bad shape without it. Give him some time and you might see beyond the gruff exterior. Just know he prefers the solitude of his pool, so don't head over unless you're willing to suffer his glare. Speak of some other matters. And what do you do here? What don't I do? Someone has to inventory the supplies, take census, ledger trades. It's all pretty unexciting, I assure you. I happen to like playing steward. Balancing numbers is easy for me, and I have far more responsibilities than I ever did as a scribe at the Citadel. What do you do as the town steward? It's not anything fascinating, really. It just helps with all sorts of practical affairs that help keep the wound running. Tracking inventory, coordinating supply runs, determining our resource deficiencies, logging births and deaths, organizing events, that sort of busy work. Not intellectually demanding work, but I'm happy to do it. Aren't you a bit young for his age? Oh, shoot. I got a disconnection. Ah, that's not good. Sorry, folks. I'll be back in just a minute. It looks like I lost this connection with Twitch. Oh dear. Oh, did I get back? Am I reconnected?